Blisters, a nightmare for any runner. Basically, in this video, we want to look at a couple of taping techniques that we can use to prevent blisters from forming, because in my perspective, prevention is better than cure. Now for me, over the ball of my foot, through this arch area because I wear orthotics, over my big toe and between my toes is where I get the worst trouble with blisters. So what I would personally want to do is, before any blisters form and during long training rides, I actually want to provide a layer of skin over my foot, or a layer of protection over my foot, because it's the friction on the skin inside the shoe that causes the blister. So if I can create a layer of tape over my foot, it will just help to prevent those friction blisters from forming. There's one other area that I didn't mention, and it's my heel, especially with any new shoes. So first of all, using 38mm rigid tape, I'm just going to take off a little bit here, placing it on the back of my heel. First up here, I always use 2 strips, like so, and just warm that up to help improve the glue sticking to my skin. Now through the ball and through the arch of my foot, I just take strips of tape like so, and I place them on them inside and just wrapping down. Again, making sure that I'm putting that pressure down. As a general rule, if you can go over half that tape, I find that that is the best way to get good supportive coverage. Now, I move all the way up into my arch here, just to ensure no blister forms. And I use a smaller strip of tape through the ball, like so. And because most of the friction when I'm running or I'm playing a multi-directional sport comes through here, I layer quite a number of strips just on an angle, so I can get right up into that bit there. Trying to avoid any creases on the ball of your foot. Now, moving on to my big toe, I use strips of tape like this. So I can place on the side of my toe and bring down. I never wrap the toe completely. Reason being, I try to avoid wrapping the toe completely. 1, from circulation, but 2, any tape on the inside of this toe here will cause friction with the next one. So if I was going to take this toe anyway, because I get friction between both of them, for extra support to make sure that tape stays on, I might encircle the toe with a number of strips to ensure my circulation remains intact. Then if I've got friction through here, what I'll do, I'll take a strip, lay it between, like so, making sure this side is open so those 2 toes can rub without causing a blister. Now, because this tape is from here to here, I need to provide the same protection for that inside toe. Now, I will personally go as many toes as I need to make sure that that coverage is preventing any friction areas. And I find that if you've got that rigid tape there, the friction will happen on the tape and it won't happen on the skin. The one thing is that you need to be careful when taking this tape off after a really hard game or after a really long running session, because that skin will be soft with sweat and you don't want to pull the skin off when you're doing that. You then want to air those feet to allow them to dry off before you look to retape them at all.